Hi, welcome to this recording where I'm going to present the SuperOffice ALT, which we have developed as an app for SuperOffice, where you can actually do time management for your project, and you will also see how we have integrated it into calendar in SuperOffice. So what you see in front of the screen now is the dashboard for the ALT. You will see that when I'm here in the SuperOffice panel, I can see my ALT application. It's always related to the project, so I need to go to my project. There I will find my ALT panel. In the ALT panel we have a dashboard, which you can see listed here, where you can select for specific project, where you can select for specific users or specific time frame, and you will see the amount of hours that actually are listed in the application. As a manager in a project, you will get the role to approve the hours for the project, which then later on can be exported as reports to, for instance, ERP systems or other systems you want, or you can just get it out in a simple Excel PDF file or whatever is needed. So let's go ahead and go into my project, or I can actually create a new project so we can do it from beginning. So I'm actually doing a new project. Let's just call it project time test. I can of course give all the other informations that are needed here, but most important that I need to do is that I have to give some project members to my project, and it is the project members and their role that decide what you can do within SuperOffice ALT application. So here I have now added two users as project leader, which means that both of them can give hours and both of them can approve hours for the application. If you are a normal user, regular user, you will not be able to approve, but you can still give hours to the project. So back in my application now, I can click on the hour logging and I will see those projects that I have selected in this drop down. Here I actually will see all of the projects that I am allowed to give hours for. So I can, for instance, click on a couple of these and you will see those will be listed in my list here, because these are my projects that I'm working on this day or this week, and I just put them here as my favorite project. Of course, if I'm a member of a lot of projects, I won't have them all listed here, but I can also quickly get rid of them. I don't delete, I just remove, and I can bring back by going back into this drop down. So now you can actually see those two projects I have here, and you can also see my week. I can go back and forth between the weeks and the years, and the blue marking is showing today's date. So I can then just click on my project time test, and up it comes a pop-up where I can then choose the hours I would like to set that I have been working, like 3 hours. I can choose from a set of activities. I will show you where you can set activities. You can actually set activities specific for projects, or you can set it for all projects. And then you can of course give some comment for why you have worked these 3 hours on this project. And then you will see it's added here with the gray color. The gray color means that it's added, not being sent to any approver, but still it's added, so I can see it in my time plan. So let me show you where I can set the activities. So I can go either inside my project, and inside the project I can look up my project, which is called my project tests. Here I can go to the eye icon, click on the eye icon, and inside this panel I can set activities. Here I can set activities for this project specific. So I can then say that this is project management. I can also set that each time I'm using this activity it will always give 3 hours. I can set it as default, which always will choose this activity. But in addition to that, I can also go into the settings, and I can set activities in the settings. And of course, if I have like an activity here called administration for 4 hours, which also is set by default, I cannot have more than one by default. But anyway, this will then always be active on new project that I will create from now on. So that comes in addition to what you set here. In addition to this, when I go back to the eye icon, I can also see the members for each project. So and again, the members are coming from the SuperOffice project members panel, and I can set the cost price for each of these users, which then will be used later as a calculation. So you can have different user with different cost price, which will calculate different total price for the hours made by those users in the system. Back in the list, I also have, in addition to the eye icon, I have an pen where I can click and I can set the actual cost price for the project. So for instance, if I set that the cost price per hour for the project is 800, and as you saw previously, the cost price for my user was 550, which means that I earn 350 for this one. And I can also set that this project has an estimation of 80 hours before it's completed, and I can also set for how many hours I actually have received or actually I have invoiced for. So this is just to get a quick overview for you to set things here. Back in my hour logging, if I go back, so on the same day I can go in and I can click add a new one, and you will see that activities by default is the project management, and I can set the hours and I can save it. Well, the hours could have come automatically, of course. And the comment is a required field for now. I just put it. Now you see that there's a star behind it, which then says that there are two rows of time management or times that has been given. Sorry. So I can actually then go in and see that there are more than one. So when the time is for sending the hours in, then I just open the hours I would like to deliver, and I just click on this icon and it's delivered. And I can deliver this one as well, and it's delivered. The color changes now to yellow, which means to me that these hours are sent for approval. So in addition to giving hours from this calendar, we can also do it from the SuperOffice diary. So in the SuperOffice diary, if I go to the previous day on Monday here, and I can just set that from 10 to 12, I was using a task here, like this is written in Norwegian, but I can say just visitation for the specific project that I'm using now. I was actually using my project test here, but my plan was to use the project time test. No matter, it doesn't matter. As long as I just choose the one that is set that I'm working with. So now I set it for my project test, save it, and then I go back to my project, and then I go back to my hour logging. And then if I just add back this my project test, you will see that the 2 hours coming from the calendar. Sorry for the mixing here, but I think you got it. So the idea is that still they aren't delivered, so I have to go in and I have to confirm the hours first, then they go to the gray, which means that these are hours I would like to work on, and then I can deliver those hours, which turn them into yellow ones. So since I also have the approval rights, well, first of all, I think I can actually put this window in a bigger window, just clicking this, so I get the complete SuperOffice ALT in a bigger window. Of course, that might be better for you to work with. I can still go back to work within this tab, but it's more better for me to work from here. So into the approval, I can also approve hours. Of course, I can deliver hours from here. If I have many, I can deliver all of them instead by going one by one, which I did now previously. But since I have the role to approve hours, I can go here to approve hours, and then I will see here that it's listed for these three times I just recently added. And I can, for instance, approve this one first of all, then they will be removed from the approve hours, and I can not approve this one, and I can say back to the user, please check your hours. I can save it. Then of course, as a project leader, I can always see if I have hours to be approved. I can check the hours I have approved, and I can also go back and disapprove from here, and I have the not approved hours also listed here. If I go back as an user into my hour logging, I will see that these hours were set to green, they were confirmed. Here I have a red one. If I click here, I can see that one of these are approved and the other is not approved, so I have to go in with the pen, and I can also see the project manager's comment here, and I can then also change my hours accordingly. So let's set 5 hours, and I can add more comment to it, update it. So and then I can go back and I can deliver it once more. Turns yellow. Since I have the approval right, I can go back and I can approve. And since I'm also the same user, I can go back, to my hour logging, and it's still set to yellow. Why is that? Let's check what did I do wrong. I go back here. There is nothing here. Everything, well, now it's there, so I have to approve the hours. Okay, fine. I go back here. Now it's turning to green. Okay, so everything is fine from here. So now I can also check on the report parts. So you can see that I can do a report per project or per employee. So if I choose per employee, I can still choose here all the projects I want to get for that employee. Or if I choose project base, I can also select the projects that I would like to list. So for instance, if I go for these time test and project test, and I can also choose the date range, and I can also choose the employees, and I can just run the report. I'll get the report for these 3 lines that I added. I can also see that I only want to show the sum, showing me the total of 10 hours, and I can also show the full estimation of it, and then I will also get some kind of calculation here. Of course, this gets totally wrong because I didn't set it correct. So, but anyway, that is up to you how you want to work on this report. You see buttons on top to Excel, PDF, and also directly to your ERP. You can also filter to say that I would like to have the user cost involved, and all these kind of things. I can also set to be sorted, ascended, descended by date, or any other column if I want to, before I run this report. For the settings part, we have a translation. We have what we call SharePoint setting here. That is to check out my other video, which is showing one of our other SuperOffice app where we have integrated the Office 365 to your SharePoint. I recommend that strongly. You have the user setting also from here. You can also set holidays which will be marked in the calendar, and of course you have the activities. So it's pretty simple but still very cool, very useful app. I recommend it strongly. Please contact us at Avalia. My name is Kent. You can send an email to kent@avalia.no for Norway, or you can go to our website www.avalia.no for more information. Thank you so much for your time. Hope to hear from you soon. Thank you. Goodbye.